What up, homie G? How you doing? I hope you're fantastic. I am doing well. I have been thinking a lot as usual, but last night I was thinking about doing another reading and I pulled a few cards and some stuff came out that I was just like, "Oh, please." I just didn't have the mental capacity for it. So I decided to come back to it today. And what I saw last night was that the reading was involving a high, what do you call this? A high profile figure, okay? It's a high profile figure in your life that's been stalking you, and you probably know who this person is. Um, they come straight from the vat, though. The vat is the one using the technology to control all the institutions. They're literally remote controlling everything. Okay, this is what I was shown a long time ago, but I just thought I'd reiterate that so y'all can place this where it fits, okay? But in my life, I'm talking about little Pepe, okay? And I'll be calling him a he, but at this point, I'm not so sure that he's not a she with the way these people roll, if you know what I mean. So, as I was thinking about doing this reading, I was in a car going down the road, and we hit a blackbird. Flew a little bit too low, okay? Typically, when a bird gets hit, it's because they're sick, injured, something. They're not well, otherwise they would have never been hit by a car. But something is going on in the energy right now where the people who have been doing this dark magic that goes and it spreads like a flippin' web. They use so many different things and ways that it's barely worth discussing, but I mean, we're gonna get into it a little bit. But anyways, it looks to me like this high profile figure that's been stalking you, harassing you, those types of things, they are ill, and possibly could be even thinking about offing themselves, or or they're about to be deceased, by the way, with no harm to you. None. Won't even leave a scratch. Okay, so I also saw another initiation, like the collective consciousness has amped it up a little bit. We've gotten even stronger collectively, not by increasing our frequency, but by increasing the amplitude of our frequency, being bigger, better, bolder, more authentic, purely authentic. So that's what's happening here, and I've seen it across the board. I just love to see it. People are just being themselves, and it's flipping awesome. I've been waiting for that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so there was that. So yeah, they can't, these high profile figures cannot handle the amplitude of the collective consciousness. It's making them ill. But what I did see last night was they're making a plan to do like one last little push on you. Little, I don't even know. Their stuff is so weak that I don't know why they still try, but they've got a big plan. And you know their tactics, so you'll know it when you see it. And at this point, I'm sure it will have very little effect. And that's actually what the cards say too. It's going to have very little effect. So what I did, I decided to do a Celtic cross or Celtic cross. Anyways, to kind of get to the bottom of this, but I got inverted magician right off, and this is out of the Book of Thoth deck. So it's malady, which means they're in trouble or they're sick, or maybe both. Okay, I think it's both, and you'll see why. What's troubling them and what's crossing them, what's giving them issue right now, has already happened. Passe. It happened in the past. They already did it. They can't undo what they've done, and it has to do with all of this magic. And when I say magic, I'm including the technology, because technology looks like magic until you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So here's what this high profile person thinks of themselves. They think of themselves as witty, quick-witted, is what I heard. They could be in the military. They could be affiliated with the military. But they think of themselves as in control and quick-witted and able to take action and get things done. And they're also mouthy. Okay, so in the past, we get retard. This is in the past, they tried to slow you down. They tried to delay your plans, or at least I shouldn't say they tried to. They did. I think they tried to stop you, but it ended up just delaying you. And this is how they see you. They see you as the key. So what I'm seeing is they're seeing you as the key to amplifying the collective consciousness, so that literally the vibration of the collective consciousness will wipe them out, make them obsolete, I just heard. But they're not going to be able to handle the energy. So they found the people that they thought were key in increasing the amplitude of the energy. And their big idea was the high priestess, the ones who were evolved. So they went after evolved human beings that were in direct connection with the Holy Spirit, which I'll just get into that later. But yeah, they're the people who are in connection with their intuition are in connection with divinity, the Holy Spirit. That's the energy we're working with. And they figured that those would be the people that would somehow be able to increase the amplitude of the collective consciousness. Basically, I'm being shown an atom, okay? And an atom has a nucleus, and then it has electrons that orbit around it. And each all the electrons go around in a circle, okay? And if they get excited, they can jump to the next orbit, which is even further out. It reminds me of things that are radioactive, almost, like exciting the atom and then having it like It's been so long since I studied this stuff. But anyways, the electron jumps to the next orbit and it makes it radioactive. I forget. I'm gonna have to look into this. But anyways, it reminds me of that. And it's like, it's making the planet like as if like the Earth was the nucleus, and then it's making the energy around the planet, the electrons, expand to higher orbits, which is incompatible with certain forms of carbon based life. So I'm hearing this. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't I'm gonna have to look into it. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Okay. So anyways, in the past, they were trying to stop these key figures, which they considered to be people who were psychic. And this might have had something to do with all the tests that they were doing to us back in school, you know, with the all those weird, you know, gifted programs they did. Anyways, because they had it in their mind that they were the people that were going to be able to excite the electrons of the energy, of the collective energy, enough to destroy them. That's what I just heard. Okay? So they were trying to bring towers. This is funny because I was just doing a clarification on the retard card in the past. And I get 2 towers from different decks. But so yeah, they probably caused like more than 1 tower in your life. They posed as fake lovers. Part of that was to prevent you from increasing the vibration with love, you know. So they've sent in decoys to one, keep you from somebody that when you get together your frequencies would actually amplify just by combining. Now I forget that interference, constructive interference, I think. Anyways, so they were trying to prevent you from getting with anybody like that. And they were also trying to, you know, keep you from even, well, the same thing. Just keep you from even looking. Keep you tied up, keep you broken, and taking your power away, inverted emperor, by all these tower moments, making you feel helpless, trapped, 8 of Swords, trapped in your mind, trapped in a mental institution, or trapped in jail. You know what I mean? So this was the things that they did in the past to stop you, to stop the key to elevating, to saving the world. Okay? That's how I see it anyway. So, on the bottom of the deck, I thought this was funny, is the Fool. So this person's Fool. Their level of information is finite. Their knowledge is finite. Whereas divine people who are connected to divinity, to their intuition, to the Holy Spirit, their information is infinite, and it's constantly evolving, it's constantly changing. So they're in this finite stuck position where literally everything that they know is something that they heard from somebody else. Yeah, they're fools. They're not very bright. And then as soon as I looked at the bottom of the deck, this card, I noticed I don't know, it's just laying there. I didn't know where it came from. And it's the inverted Fool from another deck. So yeah, typically the Fool would be starting over, something new, fresh, new start, a fresh start, and possibly even from rock bottom. It's just like the beginning. Full inverted. I mean, this person isn't getting a restart. They're just like dead in the water. They are the Walking Dead, is what I've been hearing. We're calling them the Walking Dead these days because they're as good as dead. Um, what does that mean? I don't want to be mean. Okay. So, in their subconscious, this is funny. In enfant, they're infantile. In their subconscious, subconsciously, they're an inverted star. They know that they don't have any spark, no connection to divinity, no ability to heal themselves. They're not healers. Subconsciously inverted, Ten of Wands. This is oppression. Subconsciously, they are just doing everything in their power to stay free, to not be locked up, in my opinion, oppressed in any way. They're infantile. And I can't get over cards sometimes. I get the inverted Hierophant, and I'm still pulling cards to clarify this enfant card, and I get two inverted Hierophants from two different decks. So subconsciously, this person feels like they are the Antichrist. This is what I see it as. They pretty much know that they are the opposite of divinity. And then I also got this cute little card that looks like a little thing of snacks. So subconsciously, this person thinks about snacking a lot. They like to eat. They're probably a little chubby, or maybe a lot chubby, but they like to eat snacks. But this also shows me that subconsciously, their goal is to just divide and conquer everything and everybody. So that was something else I saw in the environment today, is I'm seeing that people that are not such, like, they're just not the greatest people to begin with, turning on each other. I saw that today, and in public, so that was fun. You know what I mean? It's a little entertainment for the day. I like entertainment. I don't know about you, but okay. So that's what's going on with them subconsciously. Not a whole lot, as you can see. Not a whole lot. They don't have any divinity in them. They have no spark. They have finite knowledge. They have they just see themselves as the Antichrist. Like, all they know is they're against divinity. They're against it. That's all they really know, subconsciously. So in the future, it looks to me, inverted Queen of Swords, like their plans are gonna land a little flat. Yeah, you might notice them coming out of the woodwork still. I mean, they're there. All of their attempts to mess with my mind personally, they just go, it goes totally flat. Like, I mean, I appreciate the attention because it tells me that what I'm saying is effective. I do like that. Because if it's rustling them up, that means that it's increasing the amplitude of the vibration. However that goes. So anyways, it's lying a little flat. This card calls them the merchant. Yeah, they're trying to sell something. They're trying to sell an idea. Their idea is more black magic, inverted magician, inverted page of coins. Yeah, doing practical magic, right? Inverted, what is this? I have glasses around here. Inverted freedom. So, where was I? Yeah. They are still working on trying to get your freedom. Possibly false accusations, trying to get weird investigations started on you, which all that lies flat. It all lays flat. And oh yeah, here's a picture of a monster stepping on an angel. They're trying to stamp out that divine light, stamp it out. And distraction magic, inverted ace of wands to the magician. It's a lot of magicians out here. 3 magicians in this reading. So in this high profile stalker, in their thoughts, this is their thoughts. Oh yeah, this is what they think of themselves. Devil inverted. And this, in this book of thought, that says force majeure, which is minor force. So they don't feel like they're having much of an effect. I got 24-hour power inverted. They aren't feeling too peppy, which, I mean, this whole them being sick, them being in trouble, that has been evident. And inverted calm. Maybe they ran out of their pills. Maybe they're going through withdrawals or something. Anyways, so then in the thoughts of the people around them. Is this the thoughts of the people around them? I gotta remember what this is. I haven't done these readings in a long time. I want to make sure I'm getting this position right. Let's see. Seven. Your influence. This card can be interpreted somewhat broadly, but in general relates to how you see yourself. Okay, yeah. Oh, I thought the other one was how they see yourself. Oh yeah, that's what I said for that one. Sorry. External influence. This card represents the world around you and how it affects the situation. Yeah. I kind of recall that. I looked this up already. Okay. So how people around them are seeing them right now. Where Okay. Oh, that wasn't an inverted Page of Cups. That's right. This is an inverted Ace of Cups in their plans. They're doing some kind of, what do you call that? Sex magic? Love magic? Something like that. Anyways, you've seen it all before. Don't worry. It's becoming less and less even noticeable in my realm. Anyways, so this is what people are thinking around. This is what the people are doing around them. We've got a Knight of Swords that is a writer. Could be somebody is investigating them. This could be military investigating them. It's some professional. It's a professional. And they're investigating an inverted Three of Pentacles. They're investigating their, like, weird work that they've been doing. They're being investigated, okay? And they might even be using tarot cards. This card came up for in this position. It's actually the name of the person who made these cards. So, yeah, people are doing tarot readings on them, investigating them. So then we have, what was this? Okay. So then their hopes and fears. I forget what this one means again too. Their hopes and fears. Okay, so they're fearing it's imprévoyance. They're fearing their magic, all their stalking attempts, all their technology. They're fearing that all of this is having no effect. They're casting illusions, trying to confuse you, trying to lead you down a dead end in a wrong direction, and ultimately try to get you to dampen your frequency. Because really only you can dampen your frequency, is what I just heard. So anyways, creating illusions. They're afraid that those illusions aren't effective. They're afraid that they're not going to be able to prevent these divine unions from coming together, ultimately amping up the frequency of the collective consciousness. What is this? Yeah. They're afraid that there's going to be some Six of Cup moments. People that have loving, fond memories of each other reuniting. And yeah, Page of Pentacles inverted again. They're afraid that this magic that they're doing is not going to have any effect. Well, probably because they haven't been successful yet, and yeah. And then there's this guy in the final outcome, the King of Swords, which I find fascinating. So the King of Swords, this is like the chief dog. This is the chief. Holy Spirit. I don't know who this is. And I kept asking too, actually. But this King of Swords is bringing in relief. And then I asked, Who are they? Who are they? Who are they? And I got inverted high priestess. It's a secret. And then I really kind of got the hint, like, it's a secret. We can't tell everybody. So, but what we are allowed to know is there's a King of Swords on this situation to bring relief. Hey, you might even be that King of Swords. I don't know. So that's what I got, family. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. Bye.